and navigating the Microsoft Teams admin portal. We're going to be looking at what Microsoft Teams is. Majority of us are used to using the Microsoft Teams already, who a Microsoft Teams administrator is. We're going to create and manage teams, look at the different types of teams. We have private, public, org-wide teams. Then we're also going to create channels and chats, also look at how to create Teams meetings, webinars, and town hall, and also how to manage guest access in Microsoft Teams. So I'll quickly explain all of this and we'll have the demo session for today. I did say that Microsoft Teams is a team collaboration platform developed by Microsoft as part of the Microsoft 365 suite. Aside from, for majority of us, we know that we do have other applications, the likes of Outlook, SharePoint, OneDrive, right? So, but Teams basically has that feature of chat, you being able to make schedule meetings, make calls, audio conferencing, video conferencing, even as far as sharing files and integrating with other Microsoft applications. Within Teams, you can have your OneDrive, you can have your Word, you can have your users, both employees and external users collaborate within Teams with other applications, other Microsoft 365 applications, and third-party applications. We're going to see that in the demo session. Now, a Microsoft Teams administrator, the major responsibility of a Microsoft Teams administrator is that the Teams administrator actually configures and manages Teams, the channels, the chats, everything that has to do with Microsoft Teams. That's what the Teams administrator does. This role, it's not just for the Teams administrator. The global admin can also carry out these duties, right? But we have organizations that would typically just have uh, a separate Teams administrator outside of you being a global admin. We have, aside from being called a Teams administrator, you could be called a collaboration engineer. So they also, aside from managing teams, Teams admins also collaborate with identity and access administrators, security and compliance administrators, exchange administrators, depending on the organization. Now, we have what we call a team within Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams on its own is an application, right? Then within Microsoft Teams, you get to create teams. And this team is a group of people. It's just like a group of where you have a group of people working on a particular project, right? Or a group of people working as, I would say, still like a team, more like a department, kind of. So when you're creating teams, you could have a public team. Your team can be public, it can be private, and you could also have what we call an org-wide team. There's what we call an org-wide team. So for public teams, when you're creating your team and you choose the option to make it public, that means everyone in the organization can see that team. But when you're creating a team and you choose to make that team a private team, not and for anyone to join that team, they'll need to make a request. So private teams are not accessible by everyone. It's not visible to everyone. People would have to make requests for them to join a private team. Then for org-wide team, the difference between org-wide teams and a public or private team is that for org-wide, only a global admin can create an org-wide team. And what an org-wide team would be look like is that it automatically adds to that everyone in the organization to that team. Org-wide, that's everyone in the organization. Now, for org-wide teams, you could have instances like maybe you want to create a team for end of the year. Take, for example, an instance like this, or all employees, a particular team that would have all employees. Maybe you have a particular project where every employee would be involved. A typical kind of team that you can create would be an org-wide team. So that's just the difference. Now, org-wide team again is this. When you create an org-wide team, when you have a new user join in, or when a newly created user is when a user is newly created by the admin, that user is automatically added to the org-wide team. That's one key feature again with the org-wide team. When an admin creates a new user, automatically that user is added to the org-wide team, just like you have your dynamic membership. That's how org-wide team works. Now, we did say that, okay, this is like buttressing what an org-wide team is. With org-wide teams, you can easily create a public team that pulls in every user in the organization and keeps the membership up to date with Microsoft Entra ID as users join and leave the organization. So as users also leave, they are automatically removed from the org-wide team. Now, only global admins can create org-wide teams. I've explained that earlier. And currently, you have that an org-wide team is only limited to organizations that have no more than 10,000 users. And there's also a limit to the number of org-wide teams that you can create per tenant. That's just 5. Now, if these requirements are met, global admins would see org-wide as an option when they select. That's when you're trying to create a team from the scratch. Now, okay, I'm going to show us this because for our test tenant, just in case you try to create an org-wide team and you're not able to, please note that it's because our tenant does not meet this condition. Our tenant is an edu tenant, and when we try to create a team, you would only see the option to create from scratch or from a template or from an existing Microsoft 365 group. Now, when an org-wide team is created, all global admins and teams admins are added as team owners, while active users are added as team members. Unlicensed users, so there are instances where you have users that do not have licenses assigned to them. Such kind of users, when they first sign into teams, the users are assigned, there's a type of license we call Microsoft Teams Exploratory License. So you don't typically need to give these users a Teams license or a business Microsoft 365 business license. Automatically they are assigned this license. What this license does is just to allow these unlicensed users have a view or have a feel of how Microsoft Teams works. Now we're going to be looking at how to create channels and how to chat within themes. We have that teams are made up of channels, which are conversations you have with your teammates, and each channel is dedicated to a specific topic, department, or project. Now, what's the difference between a channel and a team? When you create a Microsoft Teams, automatically a general channel is created. A general channel is created, and within that channel, you're able to chat with other team members. You can choose to now, within that teams, create other channels. That means you have other chats that will be specific to a particular topic or department, or you have a project you're working on, you create a channel for that specific project that either some of your team members would be working on or all the team members would be working on. Now we have that channel conversations are visible to all members of a channel, and chats, however, the chat is between either you and someone else, or you and a group of people, or you could possibly also chat with yourself within Teams. It's very possible for you to chat with yourself. So chatting with yourself doesn't necessarily mean that. In most cases, it will be because you want to either save drafts, right? You have a message you just want to save there. There's a picture, a screenshot you just want to save for future use. That's where you get to chat with yourself. Now, when you want to draft messages or get to know the team's features better, you can start a chat with yourself. Just like I said now. So now for you to start a chat with yourself, you just search for your name at the top. We're going to look at that in the demo session. Same with having a one-on-one chat. For you to have a one-on-one chat with team members, just search for the name of your team member, or you type the team member's email address. Then we have what we call tags within chats. Now tags allows you to reach a group of people at the same time. So when you create a tag, after you've created a tag, all you just need to do is at mention. Now, what typical example of when a tag is used is, say in the workplace, you have a team of 15 engineers working together, right? When you create that tag, you're going to have all 15 members of that team added to that tag, such that if you need to ask a question or you want to make an announcement, maybe the team manager or the technical lead has a message to pass, what you just need to do is just mention at everyone, and everyone would be notified. All the 15 members would be notified of that message. That's how tags work. Now we'll look at meeting in Microsoft Teams, how you schedule and join meetings in Microsoft Teams, either on your desktop or over the web. You also have your Teams on your mobile devices, and several ways to join a Teams meeting. You can either join via the link. That's where you have the meeting invites, the one everyone here uses. If you notice, this particular class, the Teams was created on a different tenant. You don't necessarily need to have an account, a Microsoft 365 account, for you to join this class. Just click on the link and you're able to join the class. So you can also join from the calendar, or you join from a chat if the meeting link is shared with you, or you call into the meeting. That will be for people within the organization. Now, before entering a meeting, you can choose to join anonymously or from a different account, and try out video filters and more from the pre-join screen. So these are basics actually for people who are just starting out with using the Microsoft Teams application. Now you can schedule a meeting directly from your Teams calendar, or you can schedule an instant meeting by selecting the Meet Now. Now, when you're scheduling a meeting directly from your Teams calendar, it would require you to type in the email addresses of the users you want to join that meeting, right? But if you're scheduling an instant meeting, the one of Meet Now, you don't need to use an email address. Just click on the Meet Now, copy the meeting link, and share with whoever you want to join the meeting. Now, within Teams, you have meeting recaps that are available in the form of recordings or transcripts, depending on which one you choose. At the beginning of this class, or at the beginning of most of our classes, you see us picking the option to record. You can also choose just record. You see record and transcribe. That's where you get to see that feature of recording and transcribing meetings. Just in case you're unable to join the meeting at a later time, you can always catch up with what was taught in the class. Same with when you have your official meetings. Within meetings, you can share files, and yeah, you can have your Q&A. You have share your you can share your screen, have presentations within your meeting. Now we're also going to look at how to schedule a town hall or a webinar within Microsoft Teams. The essence of this town hall and webinar is that you're able to host high capacity events where information is being shared with larger audiences. So we have the difference between a team and a Microsoft 365 group. So sometimes you might want to ask that, what's the difference between the two? When you create a Microsoft 365 group, you don't have a Teams attached. You just have your M365 group. But when you create a Microsoft team, when you create a team, you do automatically have your M365 group created. Now, you know that your M365 group is usually accessed from your Outlook, right? While for Teams, you get to just use you have to access your Teams from within Microsoft Teams. Now, a Microsoft 365 group will generally provide you with shared resources, like you have a mailbox, calendar, SharePoint site, OneNote, and Planner. But for Teams, you just have your chat. You don't have a mailbox. You just have your chat, your meetings, and yeah, how your audio calls, your video calls, your Teams devices, the rooms, and all of that. So now I'm going to quickly share my screen, sign into my test tenant, so we can see how Teams works and navigates the Teams admin center together. I think from here, yeah, let me just use my Teams desktop. I'd like you to confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Thank you. Um, so I'll start with this. Yeah. So this is the Teams desktop app. This is a Teams desktop app. And for everyone here that has a test tenant account created, I think what we did majorly was to download the Office applications. So if you're signing in for the first time, you'll be asked to sign in with your accounts. So one good thing with Microsoft Teams is if you look through here on the left, on my left, right hand side, you see that I have multiple accounts here, either your personal account, which is your Gmail account, or your Microsoft 365. I have three different Microsoft 365 accounts here. You can choose to sign out, or no, you don't need to sign out of one. You don't need to sign out. Just toggle through which of the accounts do you want to use. Now, this is our test tenant account, which is the techtired.onmicrosoft.com account. So I'll just switch, pick the one I want to use and get started. If you also need to add, if if you need to add another account, you have another Microsoft 365 account, you can just click on add another account and you put in your username and your password. Now to get started with Teams here, this is a Teams desktop app. You have your activity here. This shows you a list of tasks that you could possibly have. That's when, take for example, you've been, a team member has at mentioned you would see all of those at mentions here, more like a pending task. Same with missed calls, sometimes you see them here. You have unread messages, you'd see them here. Then for the chat, I did say that if you need to chat with yourself, all you need to do is just search for your name here. I already did chat with myself here. You search for your name and click on that to get started. Then for teams, if you need to create a new team, what do you do? Let me quickly do something here. Not sure which of these browsers I have this. Mm, it's not here. Okay. So let's come back here. I was trying to mute the. Let me quickly mute this. See where it takes us to. Team info. Team options. Okay. So here. Um. Back to teams. So here we need to create a new team. All you just need to do is go to, we have several teams here. Just click on the three dots here. You have your teams and channels. These are all the list of teams that I have here on this tenant. So if I need to create a team, take note that this particular tenant is our test tenant that we have. I'm going to show us something. From here, if you need to create a team, you can either create a team or you join an existing team. For you to join an existing team, you need to have the code to that team or just select either of these teams. Don't forget we have private teams and public teams. This is where you get to see the teams that have been made public and you can make your request to join. But if you're not joining a team and rather you're creating a team from scratch, you click on create team. you have the option to either create using a template, or you create from another team, that's an existing team, or you create from a group. Now, because this is an edu tenant, that's why you're seeing class, professional learning, staff, order, and this. Now, if for an educational institution, right, you click class, and we're using this template, you just need to give it a name. What class are we creating this team for? You have several classes. It could be basic 2, basic 3, basic 4. You just name that team basic 4. You know that it's for all students in basic 4. Then you click on create. Good. So now we've just created a team for the basic 4 class. And it's saying that we should start by typing a name. Description is to add to your, so you can also add people outside your organization as guests by typing their email addresses. People outside your organization will get an email letting them know they have been added. So now I want to add members to basic 4. Let me search for a user here. You have Mahmoud. I would also So you'd notice that this is a Gmail account. That's a guest user. We normally add external users as guest users to our Microsoft 365 tenant. Um, I'm just trying to add more users to this group, more members. So you can add as many as, just add all the members of the class to that group. This is more like okay. So you add the members to, that'll be in this case now students, not employees. So I did mention that when you're creating a team, automatically you have a general channel that is being created. Within this channel, you can choose to edit this channel or click on manage channel. Within here, you have that anyone can post messages, or you can choose to say only owners can post messages. That means if you select only owners, members would not be able to post messages. But let's select the first option. Anyone can post messages. That's how you create teams. Now, I want to I want to switch this account to a business account and show us where you get to see the org-wide team. Now, your teams and channels, then create team. So I'm giving this a team name. Let's say marketing department. All team members in the marketing department. Now you can see here we have team type. What kind of team will this be? Is it going to be a private team, a public team, or an org-wide team? So when you select org-wide team, that means everyone in your organization automatically gets added to this org-wide team. Now, the first channel name, in this case, you'd see that we do not have the general, so you could just give the channel name as PR. That's those that will be responsible for publicity. Good. Now, one thing I would also want you to take note of here is this. In this, on your left navigation pane, you can see that we have both our chart and our themes on the same page. If you don't want that, what you simply do is click on the three dots just close to this bell. Click on the three dots, go to settings. Then you have charts and channels. You'd see that viewing charts, themes, and channels, you have the first option showing as combined and the second one showing as separate. So we don't want it to be combined. We want them separately. Now you notice that you have your themes showing here separate from the chart. Before now, it was joined together. But now that we've selected the separate option, we now have each standing on its own. So these are all the charts within this tenant. I'm going to switch back to our test tenant account. Now let's go to chart again. Click on this. Good. So back to Teams. We've looked at how to create a Teams. Now within a Teams, I did mention that we can create a channel. So for you to create a channel within a Teams, what did we say channel is? Channels basically are used for specific discussions or topics or subjects or projects. So you click on this three dot and we can choose to add members, we can choose to add a channel. And here for this basic five, we could say they have the mathematics, maybe they have a numeracy project to carry out or science project. Just give it science project. Now choose a channel type. You can choose to put a description for the kids to know what the channel would be for. Then we have two different types of channels. We have three different types of teams. We have public, private, or white teams. Then for channels, we have two types: standard channel, private channel. Now for standard channels, standard channel is just like your public channel where everyone has access to it. But for private channels, only specific people have access to the channel. The people you add will be the ones to have access to it. Now you click create. We're also going to create that's a standard channel. Let's create one that's a private channel. So in this case, we could pick a numeracy project, then private. Good. Now, this is what makes it private. You need to add the people that you would want to be in this private channel. So I'll take it again to nobody. Okay, do hold on. We do not have for this channel. It's going to be, I think I picked the members of the teams. Let me quickly check through. Basic 5. No. Okay, this was where we added members. So for basic 5, we do have RA. Okay, let's go back to the numeracy project. Uh, Can you please confirm that you can type a name here? Okay, that's fine. So let me continue. We have this. So if we go to, let's use the basic 4 that we created. Let's add members here. Mm, Pick, we have more users with the A. We're adding Aisha. So we're adding members to this particular team. That's the basic 4 class. And let me see. Have Justin. No. So we've been asked that we make teachers owners. So if it was a business tenant, what you just need to do is add most cases you add the IT admins or the head of the department as the owner of the group. We could just make Aisha the owner, then we add that. So you can choose to post within that channel. Add the subject, that could be the project title. So I'm just trying to make a sample of how this would be. Submit. So every member of that channel is going to get that post. I think we've been able to cover. This is basic 4. Numeracy project. Okay, basic 5. I'm trying to get what I think I wanted to do something. This was with science project, having to add members here. Let me click on edit channel. Project. Description. Projects will be discussed here. Okay, let me just proceed then. So you have your teams, then within teams, we've been able to create channels, both private and let me do this. both the private channel and the standard channel. So let's go to calendar. I'm trying to beat time. Um, so for calendar, we did say if you want to schedule meetings, you do that from within Teams. All you need to do is just click on new to create a new meeting event and give your meeting a title. Um, let's say we have an IT project planning or IT project implementation to carry out. And who are the attendees? You pick both internal users and external users can join this meeting. So this is how you schedule a meeting within Teams. This is how you schedule a meeting within Teams. And from here, you get to pick the date of the meeting, say on Thursday or tomorrow, and you pick the time, 11:30 a.m., the duration. If it's for 1 hour, that will be from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And if this is going to be a recurring meeting, that means it happens every every week at the same time. Instead of you having to schedule this every week, you just click on make recurring till the end of the year. The last day is 31st. If it's going to span through next year, you can also pick a date in next year. Then you click save. So picking that option, recurring, it's gonna, that means this meeting will be happening every week, same day, Wednesday, same time, and you send the meeting invite. So that's how you schedule a meeting within Teams. Now, I did say that if you want to use the Meet Now option, this allows for you to start a meeting without needing to get the attendee's email address. All you just need to do is get a link to share and you click on the start meeting. You copy the meeting link. You can either choose to share the meeting link via email, or if it's in the chat, whichever way you want to share the meeting link, you share the meeting link and you get started. So this case, you don't need the attendee's email address. So that's that about scheduling meetings. Then if you also want to schedule the webinar or a town hall, I did mention, if you want to schedule a webinar, just click here, select webinar. And the title of your webinar, you type the title of your webinar here. Let's say it's a tech conference or tech virtual conference. And cyber security or AI, cyber security and AI. You pick a date. It's just similar to how you get to create a Teams meeting. Here you add co-organizers. Now, a co-organizer, for those that don't know who a co-organizer is, co-organizers are people that can also start the event in your absence. A co-organizer has the same, would I say, the same admin features. That's what an organizer can do. It's the same thing a co-organizer can do. Take for instance, when I wasn't around, I did have to make Kingsley or the other trainer a co-organizer such that they are able to share their screens, they can record the team's meeting. If you're not a co-organizer, if you're just a member of if you're just added to join that meeting, you would not be able to do all of these things except the organizer or co-organizer gives you the permission to. So that's the difference between an organizer and a co-organizer. Now, presenters, who is going to speak at this event. You can add them if they are members of your organization. You just search for them. You have alumni here. If they are external people, you add the external user. Still a guest. Then you scroll down. Event access. Is it only people within your organization that will be able to view this event and register, or it's going to be public? Anyone over the internet can view these event details and choose to register. So enable attendee emails, allow sharing to social media from event site. So if you toggle that on, that means you're going to see when people view these event details, they'll see the option to share the webinar. Now, allow mic for attendees. These are back-end settings that you configure as an organizer. So you can choose to toggle that on or you leave it off. You have your Q&A. So you also have your meeting options here. So if you notice, most times, this is where I come to mute and unmute you guys as a general setting. So you have your participation here. Because we do already have that option of adding co-organizers right from this page, we didn't see that option there. So now you have to save and send invite. It's only after saving that you'll be able to publish this webinar. Only after saving. So once you're done with that, then you click publish. So once you publish your registration site, people will be able to find and register for your event. Emails will be sent once attendees register. So you click on publish. So you copy this link, and I could share that with you in the chat. Okay, so someone is asking, let me quickly round this up and yeah, I would answer your question. Okay, I think we're here. Yeah, so you can see that tech virtual conference. So the difference between the Teams meeting and a webinar, when we talk about webinars, you know that webinars are usually live events, right? That have large audiences. They are usually live events that have large audiences. That's just the difference between a webinar and a meeting. Meeting seems to be like in-house, just with few persons, but webinar anyone can join. And for a Teams meeting, I'm sure you know that you will not just create a Teams meeting, and if you notice that webinar, we did click on publish to make it we published that to make it accessible to the public, to the general public, unlike your Teams meeting that is just for specific users. For webinars, you can choose to share, not just for those that registered. Those that registered can also choose to share with other people. So that's more like the key difference between a webinar and a regular meeting. Same with a town hall. So another beautiful thing with this is that you just need to, town hall is more like you have people coming to discuss, right? Uh, you create that link, you share with people. It's all within, these are all different forms of meetings, different forms of meeting for different audiences. So you proceed with this, give your town hall a title, give it a description, and you can choose who your presenters is, who your presenters would be, the co-organizers, event access, who are those that will join your town hall, public, that means it's open to everyone, just people within your organization or people and groups. Only invited people and groups would be able to join this live, this town hall. And once you have that created, you send that out. So I'll be stopping here. Let me stop my screen share. Good question. Okay, so let me take the questions. Let me take the questions. Let me see if you have um okay. If you have any question from what I've just explained, please, I would like you to raise your hand. For those that were in the lobby, sorry you took too long in the lobby. I don't know if you're trying to sign in with the test account that was created. Please take note that you don't need to sign in to this class. Just click on the link and you have free access to join. Then someone asked, what's the difference between a meeting and a webinar? I think I've answered that. Can a recording be downloaded to one's device? Yes. The recordings, these class recordings, okay, share screen. So let me do something quickly. So right here on this page, on this Teams page where we're having this Teams call, you would see that okay, just in case you create a Teams meeting and you want to record, or just click on these three dots that you have more. You can see record and transcribe, right? At the end of this class, I'll just click on stop recording, and yeah, automatically the recording would stop. For meeting info, you can get that from there. Timer, video effects and settings. Sometimes when you need to join the meeting, you have the option to use this video effect. You can choose that. You can also choose to change your audio settings. So for transcription, you also have the option to transcribe in different languages, not just in English. You have that setting. So those settings, we call them meeting policies. You have to do that from the Teams admin center. You have language and speech. Then here you have your settings. So when you're done with your recording, after saving your recording, where would you find your recording, the recording of this class? You're going to find it in OneDrive, and from OneDrive you're able to download the recording from OneDrive. So yes, you can download the recordings to your devices. So another question is I should unmute you. Okay. Yeah. Charles, you are unmuted. You can ask your question now. Can you please ask your question? Or mute yourself and ask your question, please. Okay. So someone is asking, how do you schedule meetings twice or 3 times in a week for 2 months or more. Okay. Um, just give me a minute quickly. Okay. So now when you need to create a meeting for twice or 3 times in a week. Odunuga, that's Francis. Francis, do you have your test tenant account? Can someone unmute and confirm to me that you can speak, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I can hear you.
I can speak.
Okay. Thank you then. So yes, for you to be able to schedule meetings multiple times in a week and for subsequent months, I think you just need to have just go to your calendar, right, and pick the dates in the week that you want to schedule the meeting for. I'm going to show that to you quickly. This is a calendar here, and I want to create a meeting, right? We created one yesterday for tomorrow. Sorry, I'm saying yesterday. This should be, so just do your normal, what day. If it's Wednesday you want to create a meeting for, you put the meeting title, let's say first meeting. You put the attendees. This is Oluwatobi, and the date. This is 10, which is tomorrow, right? And this is saying here we do not have the option to even pick. It can't be all day, so you toggle that off. The meeting cannot be all day. It's going to be for a period of time. So you pick between, let's say, 2 p.m. If it's a 30 minutes, depending on the duration, you have between 30 minutes to 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours. Yeah, so just pick an hour meeting, right? Then you send it. So this is, you've created one meeting now for tomorrow. This is the meeting. This is the first meeting. So if I still choose to create another meeting for the same day, depending on the time, right? I'll still click on new, give it a title, second meeting. The only thing that will change is the attendees and the time. This is Chidi here as the attendee. What day? That's tomorrow, 10th. What time? It's going to be a different time from the time you picked for the first meeting. This is earlier, 9:30 to 10 a.m. Now, I know I've explained recurring, right? Recurring, because I can see you're saying different meetings for maybe 2 months or more. In that case, you're going to make this a recurring meeting. If it's going to last, if this meeting is going to occur every Wednesday, same time for 2 months or more, that's what makes it recurring. So you send out your meeting invite. Now, if it's recurring, you're going to see it. Let me edit. If you want to edit a meeting, just click on the meeting and you see the edit icon here. Can you see this edit icon? Click on the edit icon and make this a recurring billing. This is happening every Wednesday from now till June 3rd. So I click save. Now, once you've made that change, you would see that, are you sure you want to discard, cancel? Okay, after the change, you need to send that update. Now you'd see, just hold on. For you to confirm that it's recurring, you can see this sign here. This shows that it is recurring. And when you check the, this is day, can you see? So you see the meetings that are recurring showing here for this whole, this is for this week, the next week, upper week and all of that. So this shows you that this meeting is a recurring meeting. I hope that answers your question. He's talking about okay. Yeah, so that has been answered already. So do we have any other question, please? There's none. So this is where we're going to stop today, please, because I do have a scheduled call for 11:15, but I'll make sure to cover this and SharePoint OneDrive with the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC on Thursday unfailingly. We can only do all of these changes and settings if we have the Teams admin access. No, no, no. These are basic actions that you carry out as a regular user. I hope you know that Teams, so we're having these two interface of you being a regular user and you being a Teams admin or a global admin. So every user, for as long as you're a user, you can create a Teams meeting, and you as the user who has created that meeting, automatically you are the organizer of that meeting. So you don't need to have any kind of rule for you to make these changes or these settings. You don't need that rule. You just need to be a regular user and you'll be able to do this. I hope that answers your question, Abiodun. So So since we don't have any other questions, the last class recording, please, I'll try to get that because I wasn't the one that had that. That I think I wasn't in that class, and I'll get that from your trainer and share with you alongside today's own. Then we'll have our last class on Thursday. So someone is asking, what's the difference between org-wide and public? I did mention that an org-wide team, when you create an org-wide team, every user within your organization is automatically added to the org-wide team. But for public team, that team is, when you create that team, people, it's visible to all the employees in your organization. Take note, it's visible, and whoever will want to join, right, can just click on it and join. So it's not automatic. Unlike private, whoever needs to join a private team would need to make a request. Even for private, no, for private, it's only people that you've added to that team that have access to that team. For public, they would see the team and want to join, right? That's when the request to join. Then you that you're the owner of that public team can accept such persons. But for org-wide automatically adds everyone. You don't need to ask that you want to join. No, for as long as you exist within the Microsoft Entra ID tenant as a user, you're automatically added to the org-wide team. So yeah, this will bring us to the end of today's session. Um, I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be sharing labs with you. We have Teams labs that I'll be sharing with you. Also, we also have the Exchange lab. I'll make sure to share this before our next class on Thursday.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Rafia. We
Yeah,
appreciate you. Thank you.
you're welcome. You're
Hello, ma.
welcome. Yes, I can
Ma,
hear
please,
you.
Please, I would like you to, if it's possible, can we do a bit of compilation of the recordings we've done so far? I think that will go a long way to help us. Let's just have it in one post because
Okay.
sometimes, yeah. Thank you. I
No,
appreciate. Thank you
no
so much.
problem. No problem. I'll do that. I'll share that in the WhatsApp group. I'll share that there's a WhatsApp group. I want to believe everybody
Yeah.
here is in the WhatsApp group. So
Thank you very
I've
much,
been
man.
very, very busy. Like my schedule has been extremely tight. And yeah,
Sure.
but I would make sure that even after Thursday, at my free times, I could always pull
Yeah.
up something and share with you guys. All of the
Of
details, I'll make
course.
sure to share with you guys. Hmm?
Many
Okay.
thanks.
Please, let's just have it. compiled form because sometimes chats keep coming in and we miss some of the recordings.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. You're very much welcome. You have a great rest of your day, guys, and see you in the next class.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, you're